Hey ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from Adolescence. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for tuning in. And today I have my friend Gary joining me once more from the channel No Nonsense.
Thanks for having me on, bud.
Of course, man. My pleasure. Links are going to be down below for those of you who are interested in checking out his channel. A lot of great content over there. And this video is actually inspired by the most recent video from your channel.
Wow.
You talked about the top 10 spring recommendations or top 10 spring releases.
I did, yeah. I did my top 10 spring niche edition.
Awesome.
About a week ago.
That's awesome. And you actually brought over some of your spring fragrances.
I did.
So today we're going to be taking a look at 5 spring recommendations, most of which are Gary's fragrances, so stay tuned. So once again, Gary brought over some fragrances with the prospect of reviewing a lot of them. Of course, there are only so many hours in a day, but we did manage to get out 4 videos today, which
Absolutely.
is awesome.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Always hard at work. And today we're going to be taking a look at 5 fragrances, all fantastic for the summer, in no particular order, and we're just going to be giving our very quick thoughts on each one, what we think, the occasions that they're good for.
Okay.
They're all great for the spring and summer, so keep that in mind. So which one do you want to start off with?
Pick a random.
Doesn't matter? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pick this one up.
Not that one. No, I'm just kidding.
So I don't own this one, so I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. Although I will mention one thing.
That I was trying to steal Carlos's bottle for like 2 months now.
Maybe so.
Do you remember every time he came over, I was like, want to swap for it? Want to swap for it?
Yeah, I do remember
like,
that.
No, I was like, fine, I have to go buy it.
And I know he'll do the occasional swap, but it's actually like
I was
collector
really trying to muscle him. It's like, come on, get rid of it.
Maybe in the future. But hey, you have your own bottle now.
This stuff's so good.
It really is. So what I love about this one is that they took the note of oud, but they found a way to successfully freshen it up.
Yes.
And that's something that you don't see too often.
No.
Usually oud has a reputation for being very funky and fecal and animalic, and
they did it with a couple of their lines. They did Oud Lemon Mint, which is what we're looking at here, and Oud Blue Notes, which is also just as good, a little more aquatic than what you have here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a wow fragrance.
Yeah, it is. Now, what do you think about that one in terms of like occasions? Do you think that's more dressed up, dressed down?
Summertime, you could probably because of the oud in there.
Mm-hmm.
You could dress this up a little bit, but there's a sweetness to this fragrance that does give it a youthful appeal to it. That I me personally, I would probably dress this down before I would dress it up. But you definitely can. You can definitely put a tie on it and wear this. I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially with the citrus in here.
Yeah.
I do see it leaning a bit more casual, but the inclusion of the oud makes it a bit more enigmatic.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'd be more inclined to wear it in a more dressed up scenario. But the name says it all: oud, lemon, and mint. Although it doesn't smell like Montfresh by feeling.
And I don't get I'm stumped. I don't get an overly minty vibe. Maybe as soon as you spray it, but as quick as you spray it, the mint really isn't there. I get this. It's a really not overly sweet, but I get the sweetness from and the citruses, and just the underlying of oud, and it's not a stanky or barnyardy type of oud. This is good stuff.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Let's
and the performance
move on.
on it is
that's
the performance on this is it soars.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. Any Montal or Manzara is going to give you knockout performance. So the next one is actually one of my fragrances, and this one is Bergamot 22. And can you tell that I've been wearing this one? There are 2-3 drops left in here?
I borrowed that for review purposes, and I'm afraid to even.
Oh God!
I couldn't even spray it because I was like, I can't. If I spray it, I'm going to finish the bottle.
Yeah,
so
and that's
like,
okay.
I couldn't do it.
No, but you know, Le Labo does a 20% off discount.
I know.
So if you bring,
I knew that.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. So if you bring your bottle to them, they will refill it for 20% off the ticket price. But they used to be for like $145. Now I think they go for $175.
Yeah, the price went up.
So the 20% off, you pretty much break even.
And I think the 100 ml is like maybe 3 and some change, 320 or something like that.
Yeah, just about there.
It's costly.
But this is one of my favorite scents from Le Labo. I would even go as far as saying it's my favorite fresh scent from that entire house. And I know they have a neroli. They also have Fleur d'Orange 27, if I'm not mistaken. But this is by far my favorite. It's just super well done.
This is also my top 3 of top favorite Le Beaus.
Yeah.
Le Beau. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Really
And also, if you're looking for a citrus-based scent using the note of bergamot, I would say it's a tie between Xerjoff Neo and this one. They are both fantastic.
With bergamot now?
Yeah.
Neo's
a little better for you?
I love the fragrance. I love Neo.
It is great. It's hard to choose sometimes.
But I you know what? Like I said, this could be a number 2 or I love them both. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The next one we want to talk about, let's talk about Amorous, if I could find the front, Amorous by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So what is your experience with this one?
This is, first off, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I find the whole collection very easy to wear.
Yeah.
What he does with the note of musk, it's really comes across very clean.
Yeah.
I just top 3 favorite houses of all time. What I like about Amorous, it's one of the ones that not only is it easy to wear, it's super mass appealing. I know this actually got a lot of critique about it being it's not really a niche fragrance. It's
like a designer vibe.
It's like it's like super mass appealing, and my opinion on that, and I do like complex scents, but my opinion on that is, mass appealing is not.
If it works, it works. I mean,
mass appealing isn't a bad thing.
I know.
I don't want to go out and stink.
Exactly. What's bad with people liking the way you smell?
That's a great thing, and they play it safe. My only problem with Amorous is Francis Kurkdjian didn't make this in a parfum or an extrait de parfum concentration. That's how good I think the fragrance is. It just lacks a little bit in performance. I get about 5-6 hours of it, which is not the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But for the scent that you get from it, I wish it lasted well beyond that.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, really good.
And MFK has a bunch of wonderful scents. I would actually say the scents that are the easiest to pull off from the house are either this one or Aqua Vitae. And of course, you can couple that with Aqua Vitae Forte. I think both of them have a really nice tonka bean sort of a vibe. I know he has a lavender-based scent too, which is quite good.
It's one of my favorites.
And really good.
Yeah.
And I'm also a fan of the more bold, polarizing scents like Absolute Pour Le Soir, which is discontinued from, like stores, but you can buy it online.
We were even talking about that off camera, and I still don't find that one overly hard to wear.
Yeah, it's just like very like waxy and resinous, and but again, Amorous, perfect for the spring and summer.
Absolutely, it's fantastic.
I do want to mention too, if you are interested in picking any of these up, if I find good deals online, I'm going to leave them down below. But a lot of these I know can be bought from Lucky Scent. So the next one I want to talk about is one that we just reviewed, super unique scent. And this one by Byredo is called Mojave Ghost.
It's my new drug.
So you truly have more experience with this one than I do. So can you tell us, what do you think of it?
Unique. There's a light florals and there's a sweetness to it, and you get some woodiness at the base. You are going to smell like nobody else. It doesn't smell like anything else out there, which is what I really like, and it's intoxicating. You smell it, and it's just one of those that you just want to be that weird guy that's just like, all the time. It's so good. It's so good, and it lasts until you have to shower. It does not come off. It doesn't come off my skin.
Yeah, see, that's pretty crazy because when I smelled it, it's kind of deceptive because you have the fruitiness and you have like the lighter qualities in it, and it's classified as a oriental floral. So you would think, oh, this is going to be on the lighter side, but the more that you wear it, you're like, wow, this fruit is lingering.
And it doesn't go away.
The sapodilla, right?
That's sapodilla, and like I said, there's something where it doesn't smell like anything else, and we said it has to be sapodilla. You know why? Because we don't know what sapodilla is. We got to look it up.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so unique, and that for me, that's a breath of fresh air when there's something out there that's pleasing to the nose that doesn't smell like anything
Exactly.
else.
Exactly.
You can't go wrong with it. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites.
Yeah, and personally, I love the smell as well. And the last one we want to talk about today is actually a mutual favorite of ours, and I saved this for last because you own a bottle, I own a bottle, you talked about it in your top 10, I've reviewed it, and I think I might have mentioned it in a top list. And this one is by the company Boyce 1920, and it's called Magia. Now, we just reviewed this.
Yes.
And I guess I will probably say about it now what I said about it on your channel.
Well, you reviewed it for your channel, which caused me to go buy it. And actually, I bought this at the Sense.
Oh yeah,
when
that's
you guys
right.
Did, that's where I picked this up.
Nice.
And then I did my review on it, and I'm getting good feedback on. This was number 1 on my spring list, and
for good reason.
It's outstanding.
For very good reason.
Yeah.
I personally think it's a wonderful scent. If you are a fan of Silver Mountain Water by Creed, this one gives you that same abstract quality. It has that inky note that people talk about, but it's a much more fresh composition. It has this mandarin orange up on top, this clean musk in the dry down. They also list animal notes. We get nothing animalic from it, probably with the exception of the musk.
Like you were saying, maybe the note of thyme.
Yeah.
Which definitely gives it, there's some depth. For it being a fresh fragrance.
Yeah, it has like this herbal quality about it, and the reason why I mentioned thyme is because it reminds me of another fragrance by Mendy Torosa called Alpha, and I spoke with the creative director of that brand, and she revealed to me that there was a lot of thyme in that fragrance, so that's why I make the connection between the two. But overall, I think all of these fragrances are great. Really great selections. You did a wonderful job picking fragrances for the list, and even though this one wasn't in the list, I know you're a fan of Bergamot 22, as am I. Thank you again for being on my channel, Gary. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, of course.
You, my man.
And I look forward to doing more collabs with you, with Carlos, with Freddie, with Rick. I mean, whoever I can get on my channel, it's awesome. And just want to spread the word and the love of fragrance. And so yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. That was our take on 5 spring, and I guess you can say summer recommendations. I did find links online, I'm going to leave them down below to where you can check them out. For some of these, I know they're a bit harder to come by, like Lillabo. I would always recommend you go and pick it up in store yourself, because the experience of them compounding it right in front of you is just so cool.
I don't think department stores. I know at least in New Jersey, you're not going to find like a Lillabo in like a Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom. Are they?
I know they're in some counters. I always go to the one on Elizabeth Street in Soho, 233 Elizabeth Street. So I've never actually seen a Lillabo in like a Neiman Marcus or anything. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they have a partnership with a department store. I just don't remember which one.
Okay.
Yeah. So some of these are more accessible than you would think, but thanks again for tuning in, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. Gary's information is going to be down below as well. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
Bye-bye.